Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle and I have another little collage doll for you today. So I grabbed out my little handy size journal from Arlene and also this girl from the Paper Elements book. And I really liked her little face. I think she's very cute. So I've just grabbed her out and there was a little bit inside the bow in her head that wasn't cut out from the die cutting. So I've just kind of cut that out with my craft knife. And now I'm going to start working on a background. So I decided to go with a little bit of a warmer background, kind of, I guess, maybe a little bit of a sunset vibe. So I've got yellow, which is happy, hot curry, which is the orange, and a little bit of ballet, which is the pink. I'm also going in with some peony. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's say peony. And I'm just blending the colors back and forth, trying to create a little bit of a smoother blend. You'll see at the top there also I'm going in with some yellow, just trying to hide that very distinct line of where the colors meet. And a quick little dry. I did this page quite some time ago. It's been in my gallery on my phone, but I'd completely forgotten about it. So the other day when I went through my videos, I actually saw 2 videos that I haven't done voiceovers for. So my apologies if I am a little bit rusty and I can't quite remember what I'd done. Okay, I took this stencil, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it, and I'm just using the same colors as I've used before, and I'm just stenciling through that stencil. I'm sticking to the same colorway because at this stage I don't want to introduce more colors. Otherwise it could get a little bit messy. So first I did normal stenciling and now I'm doing reductive stenciling with the yellow. So reductive stenciling is when you swipe paint onto your page. I like doing it with my finger, but you could use a brush. Then you pop your stencil over the top and wipe the excess away with a wet baby wipe. Not a soaking wet baby wipe though. It has to be a little bit drier. So I like to normally squeeze the excess water out on a rag that I've got next to me. If it's too wet, the water will seep in underneath the stencil and you won't get a nice clear impression. I also did the same with white, and now I'm going in with the Grungy Texture stamp set and some orange archival ink, and I'm just stamping here and there and everywhere onto my page with orange, and now a little bit with black using a different mark making stamp there. I don't even bother putting them on a stamping block. I just use them on my finger and press down until the ink is finished. And now a little bit of mark making. I think what happened here is I thought that the black was maybe too much. So I'm trying to tone it down with just some white mark making. And now I'm giving everything a dry. And I'm going to make a little dress for my doll. So normally with these, I don't bother doing an accurate body shape or a neck, that sort of thing, because I don't know how to draw necks well. So I just make kind of like an archy kind of shape and stick the head on top. And for me, that's perfect. The eye still reads it as a person with a body. So it really doesn't need all of the extra details. If you are great with drawing features and necks and hands and arms, then go for it. I'm just not, so I avoid it. I'm looking for something in my stash to create somewhere for her to sit on. At the moment, she is just floating, and I hate it when my figures float and they are not grounded in some way, shape or form. So I grabbed this little scallopy border from Marlene's Paper Elements pack, and I'm going to add some stamping here. So I think I took this little stamp from the Miss Piggy stamp set, and I'm just going to build up these stamps to make her look like she's standing in a field of little flowers. And I'm overlapping them and just going wild with that. Some of them didn't stamp out quite well enough, and I also wanted to connect some of the stems to the bottom ones, and now I'm going to give them some color. I chose to make them blue because you can see just how beautifully that blue pops against that orange background. They really do stand out and add a little bit of contrast, which I really love. Now I'm just going in and doing some white details, and I also painted in all of the leaves with green, and I used Marlene's beautiful paint pens for that, and just faffing here and there to make sure everything is good. I always like to give my figures little hearts, so she's getting a little heart there from the paper elements. And now I'm just going to brighten up her hair and her skin. I'll probably add some more black details and white details, just making sure everything is brighter and popping off the page. I'm brightening up all those highlights. And now I'm going in and adding the black details. So normally when things are printed, the black doesn't print as a true black. So I like to just draw it in again and make sure that the black lines are truly black. So that's what I'm doing here. It also gives my hand a little bit of practice as to the shape of the face and the hair, how to draw eyes. So it's kind of a twofold thing that I do, where I'm practicing eyes and hair and shapes, but I'm also darkening up the lines. And you can see just by adding that tiny touch of black, it really does make her pop. And I'm also going around her with a little bit of a scribbly line work. And then, as always, a little bit of Stabilo All Pencil, which I water activate, and then I just pull that shadow out a little bit to make her come off the background. So this kind of separates her from the background, but it is subtle and it does look like a beautiful shadow. If you don't have the Stabilo All Pencil, I can highly recommend that you get one. It truly is a magical pencil. It just makes shadow work so simple and easy and really, really effective. The only thing that I can say is less is more with the Stabilo All Pencil. Sometimes you can get a little bit heavy-handed, and then things can get out of control. So rather go slow and add more than add a lot, and then it's difficult to take away. Okay, I'm finishing off with a little quote. I cannot read what it says there. Embrace the glorious mess that you are. And finishing off with a little scribbly border around those lines, around the words. And that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment and a like. I really love hearing from you. Let me know if you are new here. And I will chat to you again soon. Okay, bye.